Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and again we're talking about the Honda PC-50 project. Now this has been going on for a very long time, almost a year. I think I've had this bike. I think I bought it in January this year, so it's coming up to owning it for 12 months and we're still at a disassembled stage. The good news is the paperwork is going well. I'm almost there with the DVLA now. I've almost got the V5. I just have to send off one more package worth of stuff, including the payment for the V5, proof of identity, a few other bits and bobs like that, and then hopefully wait a couple of weeks, hopefully not too long, and I should have a V5 for this. Then I can get a reg plate and I'm back on the road. MOT and tax exempt, so as soon as I've got that stuff I can just tax it at £0 on the DVLA website or on the government website, and I'm good to go on it. So because of that, I'm sort of getting things together again and sort of putting my focus back into this project because I want to get it assembled and nearly working by the time that my V5 turns up, so then I can just get straight on and start riding it. So two things that I've sorted out today which are really good. There've been problems for quite a while with this bike sort of hanging over me, but I've managed to sort them out, which is great. The first one was the pedals. Now you can see I've managed to get both off. That's really good. So the way I figured out which way the threads go is one of them came off really easily. This side, that came off nice and easy, so I worked out which way that tightened up because the thread on that is nice and working, so I was easily able to loosen it and tighten it, and then applied the opposite to this side. So I figured out which way that went. This side obviously went the opposite way, so I was actually trying to get this off the wrong way originally, so I hammered it back. I actually loosened it that way, so back towards the back of the bike, and yeah, managed to get that one off as well. So super happy about that because I thought that was seized. And I have those here. This is my big messy box of bits, which I'm sure my girlfriend really enjoys having in the living room. So here we go. These are the pedals that came on it. Bit cheap and nasty, I think, and because they're plastic and a bit worn, there's not really much I can do in terms of restoration on those. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get some nice big metal BMX ones to replace these. So I might actually go to Whole Foods today and see if I can get a pair. I think I'd quite like chrome, but I might have to go black. We'll see. I think chrome would look really good with this bike, but I think we might have to go black. So yeah, both of those off, really nice, and I'm going to be getting rid of those, replacing those. And the next thing, now I'll show you down here, and you can see right through there, but that's only a recent thing that's occurred. So if you look at the handlebars that came with the bike, now I'm really glad I disassembled all this because I only found this out through disassembly. Basically I was messing around with the bike and seeing if I could lower the handlebars, and it wouldn't go any lower. So I took the handlebars out and found out that this had happened to the end of the handlebars. Now my camera doesn't really like focusing on this, but you should be able to see there that the end of it is basically completely severed off. So I'm really glad that I did this because that could have been super dangerous. I mean, I don't really understand how that was actually still turning. I assume it was just held on by this top bit. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine going to a corner, turning the handlebars and nothing happens? Could have been really dangerous. So I'm really glad that I did that, and there's some remnants of it here. I think this is part of the quill stem. This is what came out. You can see it's kind of like a wedge that would have wedged up and kept it in place. But yeah, that was just stuck in there with a couple of bits of metal as well. So managed to get a piece of long metal and hit that up through here. Now, unfortunately, you can kind of see from the light just about that there is a bit of scoring or burring in there now because of that. But I think once I get a new quill to go in there, it should be fine. I'm not too concerned about that. I think there'll still be plenty to grip onto. So yeah, I would have preferred not to do that, obviously, but I needed to get that out, so really glad that I've got that out. Now, originally the reason I started stripping all this down was because I wanted to do sandblasting and powder coating on the frame and forks and all the other little bits, the swing arm, etc. I don't think that's going to happen now this year, money-wise, and because I just kind of want to ride this thing now. So the fact that I'm getting quite close with the paperwork and the fact that it would take a little bit of effort and trying to find a painter and stuff like that, what I've done really is decided to just keep it like this. It looks a bit ratty, but I'm kind of leaning into that look. You can see I've done a little bit of sanding back just to make it look a little bit more ratty, but I'm trying to get rid of that surface rust as well. So yeah, I'm just going to keep it like this. The good thing about this is it's the original paint, so that's quite nice. If I sandblasted it and powder coated it, it wouldn't be original anymore. I don't know whether I'm going to ever powder coat it now, really. I might do it next year when I've got a bit more money. But for now, I'm just going to keep it like this, reassemble it and clean it up the best I can. Get a new quill and handlebars, new levers, new cables, and new pedals as well. And that should be enough to get me back going with it on the road again, hopefully. So we'll see. I'm not looking forward to putting the electronics back together. I don't even know if they worked anyway. I mean, it did start, so the ignition must have worked. But yeah, in terms of the lights and everything, I don't really know. So yeah, plenty to be getting on with this bike. I'm just really glad that I've made quite a lot of progress with the paperwork over the last couple of months, and it seems like I'm nearly there with it. And yeah, they're just some updates which I wanted to share with you. So new pedals coming soon. Glad to get that sorted. And I'll be back hopefully with more updates about this project more regularly over the next couple of months. And we've got the back wheel out here actually. I forgot to mention, this has just been blasted with a load of degreaser, and now hopefully all that is just going to rinse off. So let's see if the degreaser is strong enough to get rid of all that crap that's been covering the back wheel for God knows how many years. Well, here we go guys, a little bit later, and some Halfords degreaser and the trusty old toothbrush method, and you can see that this is looking way better. Now it's not perfect, but I don't have access to an outdoor tap, I don't have access to a pressure washer or anything like that, so the fact that I've managed to get that much of it off and get it looking vaguely respectable, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy for that to go on the bike. Maybe I'll spend a little bit longer getting those bits off, but yeah, that's a huge improvement. This would be nice to replace, maybe get something new just so that looks brand new. That would be nice. But yeah, obviously the spokes have seen better days. I have tried to sand those down a little bit, and I have had a go at the rims as well. I'm going to get a little Dremel sander and have a go at this, because I managed to get a lot of it off with just sandpaper, but I think with a little hand sander that could come up a lot better than it looks at the moment. But yeah, in terms of the actual centre of the wheel there, that's looking a lot better. Okay, round two, had another quick blast on it, and wow, that has come up almost new now. And actually the spokes on the wheel are just kind of letting it down because that's come up so good. So just kept doing a degreaser, kept doing a toothbrush, agitating it, and now that is looking really incredible, to be honest. So yeah, these spokes need a proper clean off somehow, or maybe even replacing at some point. But yeah, all in all, that's a huge improvement on this rear wheel, so I'm super happy with that. I'm definitely happy to have that back on the bike now. When it's rideable again, I can get a pressure washer on it, get some snow foam, and I'm sure it'll get even better. So yeah, compared to before, which I'll show now, this is the after, and it just looks way better. Okay guys, so it's a bit later now, it's a bit darker as well. Hopefully there's enough light here. That's it for this update of the PC-50. The rear hub is looking nice and tidy and clean now. Don't know if you'll be able to see, it's a bit dark, but yeah, wow, what a difference. I'm gonna have to actually redo the front one again now, even though I thought that was done, just because that looks so much better. Really good news getting that other pedal off, so now I can order some pedals. The engine's temporarily mounted back on, but that's probably gonna come off again at some point because I'll need to wire all the electronics in. That tube, I don't know what you call that, like the stem, that's cleared out as well. That stuff that was in there is gone, so that's really good. So yeah, all in all, quite a good little bit of progress today on the bike, and hopefully now there'll be more updates coming more regularly about this. We're nearly there with the paperwork, so as that's coming, I'm going to be working on this and getting things ready so that it's ready to ride. And unfortunately, the next stage is probably going to have to be spending money on parts, but that's the nature of these projects, I guess. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be back uploading another video about this bike very, very soon.